You know what's so crazy to me? That 2020, when I was living the American dream, because I felt the American dream in the weirdest way. But this is in 2020. I had a house that was a nice below, like this was in the suburbs, pretty much. We call it nice Phoenix Hills, whatever where I live at. But anyways, I was living there. It was very, very nice. It was HOA. You had to mow your lawn certain ways. You had to do edge ups, all that. You can't leave trash, yada yada, blah blah. You already know how it works. Had nice cars. I still got nice cars, but just the thing is, it's just I had caddies. I had a trailer. I had all this. I had Infinity, X, Y, and Z. You name it. And at one point, at one point in 1990, what the heck, 2019, I had 7 vehicles, just to believe it or not. But anyways, that was all paid off too. But I worked my ass off, making 16, 14 an hour, living at that. Pretty much, I would say I would consider the American dream because I was spending, I was doing things I wanted to do, and I had things that I wanted. And then fast forward to 2025, I had to downsize. I made more money making 25 or $24, $25 an hour. I worked 60, 72, and 84 hours a week for months, not just like once or for months straight. And I don't no longer work there, but it's just crazy to me that I had to, all that, and the the American dream is no longer there. It is absolutely no longer there. I've had a taste of the American dream because I went and bought things. I went and had things. I had, I had a house, backyard, dogs, whatever, you name it. And this is in 5 years. And downsized and downsized. And right now, we're good. But it's just crazy to me that the amount of spending power of the dollar is no longer what it was back in 2020. And then on top of that, everything got expensive hand in hand. And all the stuff that I see and I'm looking around, I'm just like, something ain't right. What is going on? I'm working more and making more and seeing less. And now that right there just put me in a full shock. Like, what the heck? Like, this is stupid. This is like I'm working my life away, and I have like absolutely like not saying I have absolutely nothing to show for it, but it's just crazy to me that nobody is impossible. It is absolutely utterly impossible for people to live the American dream. Anything under $25 an hour, you're not living the American dream. You're not. Sad to say it. Unless you work your ass off and enslave yourself to a company like I did, and even then, there's no, because American Dream still has that freedom, and you get to go out and do things and have vacation. Speaking of the vacation, this guy that I knew that I know, he would always plan 3 vacations a year. 3. And this was in 2020. I know this guy for a while, and here recently, of course, in his last few years, I've noticed that he hasn't been taking them as often. He's like, nah, I've just been taking maybe like a mini vacay a year. Not even that. Like, he was like, dude, the economy is shit. And then when he's sitting there telling me that, and he has money, and he's holding on his pockets. And I'm just like, yeah, we're in trouble, guys. We're in absolute trouble in America. If something doesn't change or we don't revert back to what happened before COVID and the economy, because they might say we're not in a recession or whatever. No, I feel, I can understand. I understand money, and money moves. Money is continuously moving, but right now, money is just has no spending power. It has no value, and that's what I noticed. And when the money doesn't have no value, like, what's the point? Like, I've realized that toilet paper in 2020 had more value than the dollar, you know. But America, 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 what is going on? I know I like to talk about these videos because I had to speak. I might not talk about the truth all the time, but I am real, like about what I say. Like I like to tell people like, hey, I might not know all the truth, but I will tell you that the real that I feel, like what I feel, what I experience. So it's just crazy to me. It's just like, yeah, like life is in a downward spiral in America. I don't know what it is. Something's got to change. And they keep saying, "Oh, pull yourself by your bootstraps and tough it out, live inside your means, humble you, blah 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 blah." No, no, like no, I'm not accepting that because while these people over here in a 3-story house feeding their drafts, why can I live in a nice house, you know? Or yeah. Anyways, world we live in America is such a joke and such a scam.